Welcome back, children, to the second session for today, that is discount allowed and received. So now we are going to go with a little complicated question, but I'll try my best to make it as easy as possible. So here we go with the three more important elements relating to discount in journal. So let us pick up the first one. We have the first transaction as sold goods to Harsh for rupees 50,000 at 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount. Both the discounts have been allowed. The list price has also been given for the selling of the goods. Harsh paid 40% immediately. It means 60% amount he has not paid yet. He has paid only 40%. So cash discount will be allowed only on 40% on the cash transaction. We cannot allow cash discount on the credit transaction. If he is paying 40% immediately, it means that he is paying only 40%. Remaining 60% is still on credit, which he will pay later on. So first we will see through how the transaction, and he is also making the payment through the check. So this time we will do the bank transaction. Now let us see how we are going to put up the amounts in the journal. Okay, so first we will take up at the calculation and then we'll move on to the journal entry. So first we'll look up the calculation. List price of the goods sold was 50,000 at a trade discount of 20%. 20% of 50,000 means 10,000. This we will deduct directly from the list price. 40,000 minus 10,000 trade discount. Now the sales will be counted as 40,000 after deducting trade discount. From this 40,000 again, the entire amount is not to be received in cash. We are only supposed to receive 40% amount. So first we will calculate 40% of 40,000. This is turned to be 16,000. 16,000 we are going to receive now because only 40% is received in other 60% is on credit. So cash discount can be calculated only on the amount received in cash, either through the bank or either through the cash. That is almost fine, the same thing. So cash discount will be calculated at the rate of 5% of 16,000 now, not 40,000, because only 40% has been received and remaining 60% is still on credit. So 5% of 16,000 is 800. This is supposed to be the cash discount which we are allowing as a loss, as a deduction. So now we will receive the payment only at 15,200. Let us see the journal so that it goes more clear. Now the amount which is received through the check, since it is received through the check, we are going with the bank account. In case if it would have been the cash, we would have done cash account. Since the check is being received, bank account debited. Now what amount will be received? 40% was supposed to be received, but we have given 5% cash discount. So only 15,200 has been received. Discount allowed by us as an expense 800, that we have calculated over here. And Harsh account has also to be debited since he will become our debtor and he will make the payment later on. How much? For 60%. 60% of 40,000 he will pay later on. So we are making him a debtor. Sales account has to be credited by 40,000. This is how the entire transaction is going to be placed. I repeat the whole transaction. Bank account debited with the amount received. Discount allowed with the expense of discount. Harsh will be debited as he is a debtor of 60% still. And sales will be now not 50, but after deducting trade discount, that's supposed to be only 40,000. Now let us see the second transaction. Moving on to the second one. Okay, we have it. Bought goods from Tisha for rupees 2 lakh. Now we are purchasing at 5% cash discount and 10% trade discount. Half of the payment is made by check on the same day, on the day of the purchase. Only half of the payment we are making. We are not paying the entire money. We are making only half of the payment. So let us see the calculation first. The list price for the goods we have purchased was 2 lakh. We got a trade discount. The first sequence is trade discount and then cash discount. So first we will deduct the trade discount at the rate of 10%, which was supposed to be 10% of 2,20,000. Now the list price of purchase will be 1,80,000. We are going to divide it into two. because only half of the amount is being paid and remaining half is still on credit. So remaining half of which is still on credit will be 90,000. 1,80,000 divided by 2, that is 50%, 90,000. This is still on credit. And another half we are making payment through the check. What is another half of 1,80,000? Again 90,000. For this payment which we are making through the check, we will be getting a cash discount, because only for those elements we will receive cash discount for which we are making payment in cash. On the credit transaction we cannot get cash discount. Okay, so 90,000 has to be paid. The 90,000 at the rate of 5% cash discount, we will be having 45%, 4,500 as cash discount. Now we have to pay only 85,500 after deducting the cash discount. Let us see the journal. Purchase account now turns out to be 1,80,000, not 2 lakh, because 2 lakh minus 20,000 trade discount. So purchase will be 1,80,000. Okay. How much we are paying through the bank? Not 90,000. We are paying only 85,500 because we are receiving the discount of 4,500. And Tisha will become our creditor because we are not making the entire payment. Only half payment we are making. So she is our creditor. We will make her a payment on some later date at 90,000. That is 50% of 1,80,000. I hope the transaction is clear. Moving on to the last transaction, which is also going to be a little difficult to understand. Okay, the last transaction, sold goods to Nupur for rupees 50,000 at 4% cash discount and 20% trade discount. Half of the payment received by cash and balance by check. The payment is entirely received, although it is half by cash and half by check. It is not, he is not saying that half of the payment is received and another half is not received. He is saying that half of the payment is received through check and half of the payment is received through cash. It means entire payment is received on the same day. Now let us see the calculations. Okay, so here are the calculations. The list price of the commodity is 50,000. Okay, that we are selling. But trade discount has to be deducted at the rate of 20%, so 10,000, that is 20% of 50,000, 10,000. Now the selling price becomes 40,000. Now cash discount will be calculated on entire amount because the entire amount is received no matter through check or through cash. Entire amount is received on the same day. So we will calculate cash discount on the entire amount, that is 40,000. We will not make it at 2020. We will make it entire 40,000 and cash discount will be deducted at the rate of 4%. 4% of 40,000 turns out to be 16,000. 4% will be calculated on entire 40,000 as you can see over here. Because entire amount is received. So now after deducting the cash discount, we can get the amount as 38,400 for the sale of the commodity. Now let us look at the transaction of the journal. Cash account 19,200. Why 19,200? Because we are receiving 38,400 but half through cash and half through bank. So 38,400 divided by 2. 38,400 ka 50% is 19,200. Half of the amount is received in check through the bank. That is again 19,200. Entirely 38,400. And discount which we have allowed is 1,600. As we can see, 4% of 40,000. And the sale value amounts to be 40,000. I repeat the whole transaction once more. Cash received 50% out of this amount 38. Bank, through the bank we are also receiving the money, that is again 50% of 38,400. Discount we have allowed 4% of 40,000 and the sales amount to be 40,000 after deducting the trade discount. So this is the entire section. I hope that you have understood the concept of cash discount and trade discount and what is discount allowed and given and a lot of other complicated calculations. I hope that the topic is more clear to you. We'll see you in the next session.